Hey Taurus, happy birthday. How are you guys doing? I feel like things are getting lighter for you, like so much lighter. And real, like things are getting real. And if you've been waiting on situations to get better, the sun and Uranus conjunct in your sign in just a couple of days. This energy is going to last like the whole time the sun is in your sign. Like the spotlight is going to be on you. There are going to be some really awesome changes that are happening. And it's really funny because typically you guys don't like a lot of change, but right now you're feeling it. Like that Uranus energy is really coming out strong for you guys, and really you're wanting to move in new directions. You're wanting to see new things. You're wanting to open stuff up. By the way, I'm wearing one of my new t-shirts. It says, "This is your daily love nudge." You guys actually kind of started that saying, like me saying that, because I did a love nudge video for you. It was last year. I don't remember what month it was. If somebody remembers that month, put it in the comments below, because I would have to go back and look. But so this is actually like based off of the reading that I did for you months ago. Your birthday special is also ready. If you'd like to have a one-on-one reading with me, it's $50 off a 1-hour reading. That link is below. You don't need a birthday code anymore. You just go directly to the link and order there. So let's look at your cards. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. The Page of Swords for me is a lot about being honest, possibly watching your words. Like I do feel like you could be really feeling yourselves and feeling really, really lit this month, and may want to have some things to say, like things that you've been holding in for a while. Kind of temper that bull, like the bull in the china shop when it gets all reared up and ready to go. I feel like because it feels like home life is really, really steady right now. But I feel like you guys are feeling so lit that if somebody like crosses you, of course, speak your truth. Of course, speak your truth. You don't want to be taken advantage of at all, not during this time. So if you got to speak your truth, then speak your truth. But everything feels very stable in your home life, in your environment. Some of you might be thinking about traveling in May with the Six of Swords. But I feel like more than anything, the Six of Swords is telling you that things are just getting easier. Life is getting a little bit calmer than it has been. And then we have the Death card. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio energy. If the Scorpio energy is the one that's kind of snappy right now, Uranus is in their 7th house of relationships. It's just across from you. So they, could be feeling that transitional effect. Ask a Libra how it was when Uranus was in their 7th house. It's not an easy transit to have. It's not the worst transit in the world to have. Sometimes that Uranus transit in your 7th house is really, really good. But you could also be dealing with an air sign. Somebody who is, they just know what they want. I feel like this air sign just knows what they just know what they want. They don't mince their words. Sometimes they can get very, very cold if they're not getting their way. I don't think you're letting any of that bother you, though. I honestly feel like if anything, you guys are kind of like hanging back, not allow. The Four of Pentacles, there aren't any bad cards here, Taurus. There aren't any bad cards here. And I want you guys to recognize that. I've noticed that if I have a really good reading for Taurus, that I'll have people comment and be like, that's not happening for me. And so if that's not happening for you, then the reading's not for you. If I have a really bad reading for a Taurus, everybody's like, why are our Taurus readings always so bad? This is not a bad reading. This is actually really, really good. You're not sabotaging yourself. You might be holding on to things a little tightly, I don't think you need to worry about the money situation, actually. If you're worried about the money situation, open up a little bit. The universe has got you. The universe is bringing you into a much calmer state of mind, a much easier place to go. It's so interesting to have such an amazing reading and want to read you guys in like this huge, gigantic way and want you to believe it. Because I feel like a lot of you are going to watch this and be like, well, I don't even believe it. So if you're watching this in April and you're not feeling the happy vibes, you're not feeling the transitional stuff that's coming, you're not feeling the really, really good, uplifting news, watch again in May. I've told this to signs, I've told this to people before and signs before, because I feel like May is just going to be lit. It's just going to be so lit for you guys. And I want you to sit in it, and I want you to enjoy that instead of being like, when is the sky going to fall? When is the sky going to fall? When is this going to turn bad? Everything's so good right now. When is it going to turn bad? Let's see what the Page of Swords is. Yeah, see? And, and I do feel like a lot of your past, you're kind of just dealing with and letting it go. If you're dealing with an air sign from the past that's a little bit childish, that can be kind of snappy, maybe it's a Scorpio from the past. Either way, if it's a relationship that you're in, the Six of Cups is saying you're dealing with it. The Six of Cups on the Page of Swords is really saying that you've got the energy in order to deal with whatever situation that's right in front of you. You don't have to be really angry about it. You don't have to be a doormat about it. You don't have to stand up for yourself. You don't have to really let it go. It's just kind of, it exists and you're acknowledging that it's there. That's what alignment is, honestly. So what do we have on here? Okay. The thing is like, and this is the feeling that I'm getting. This is it. When I was talking about how I can have a really good reading for Taurus and I get comments where it's like, oh my God, that's not happening to me. This must not be for me. Or I can have a really bad reading and everybody's always like, why are readings so bad? I feel like it being in a good place and not having a lot of drama around you, or not allowing everybody, or not like, everybody's not like coming at you and like needing you to solve all the problems and this and this. It's almost like, what do I do with myself? You rest. 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups on the 4 of Wands. It's almost like when people don't need you, because people have needed you for so long and they've been holding on to, like, let's go ask the Taurus. Let's go ask the Taurus. And now, like, all eyes are on you, but it's in a good way. And people don't necessarily like need you. It's almost confusing. It's like a paradigm. It's like a paradox is what I want to say. It's like everything has shifted. You don't have to fight anymore. That 9 of Wands is saying you're done fighting. You can sit back and relax. And you can do it without feeling lazy. And I feel like that's a little confusing to you. Because you're like, but I have so much to do, or I have all these things that I need to get done, or I have all these options that I can choose from in my life. And, I feel like you're going to be doing things that in May that make your home really pretty. I mean, you love doing things like that. Gardening, like allowing yourself to take some time to look at the bigger picture. I mean, earth signs are really good at looking at all the details in life, and that's kind of what stresses us out, right? So you don't have to fight anymore, Taurus. That 9 of Wands and that 4 of Swords is telling you that yes, you have and with the 7 of Cups, yes, you have a lot of stuff going on, but it's not a battle anymore. It's not a fight. In fact, you can actually relax in knowing that all the things that you get to do in May during your birthday season, or even during this time right now, will actually be very healing for you. That 4 of Swords talks about healing. And when you get the chance, rest. There's no need for you to constantly feel like you have to be up, 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 up. If you want to be laid out in May, do it. If you're worried about money, let's see what this 4 of Pentacles is. If you feel like you have to keep hustling instead of just being in alignment, see, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say to you guys. You don't have to worry about it, because It's all coming in. Things will be showing up. The Wheel of Fortune on the Four of Pentacles. You cannot let this wheel won't start turning if you're holding on to everything so tightly out of fear that you're not going to get it. Right? So what you need to do is to let the universe guide you through it. That Four of Pentacles is saying, just open up a little. When you sit in that Four of Pentacles state, you're not allowing the universe to work with you. You are working against it, right? So allow yourself to open up just a little bit. Let the wheel turn. Let the wheel shift, right? Because I don't think money is going to be a problem for you. But I think that you're so worried that if you're not hustling constantly, that money's going to become a problem. So the Eight of Swords on the Six of Swords, the needless worry about where you're going, the needless worry. And it's so funny. And this is kind of like the whole thing where when things start going your way, there's always like a what's the catch, right? That's what this Eight of Swords is, because it's self-imposed. You don't have to sit in the Eight of Swords because things are actually much better than you think they are, or that you're feeling like they are. So sitting in that Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded. If you just open yourself up a little bit and recognize that everything that's going really, really smoothly right now is a good thing and it's benefiting you in a lot of ways, right? You could have a Scorpio around you. Love, love, love. If you don't have a Scorpio around you, there is a huge transformation that's coming when it comes to accepting love. With the Knight of Cups on the Death card, it's either you want to extend an offer of love or you want to accept an offer of love. If you are with a Scorpio or around a Scorpio energy, it feels good. It feels really, really good. I wouldn't get too caught up in the whys and hows and whens and wheres and all of that. I would just let it flow. I feel like that's what May is all about, is allowing the energy to flow through instead of constantly needing it to be a certain way. Everything is really sort of calming down. If you are dealing with an air sign or you have dealt with an air sign from the past, I feel like that chapter is closing. I feel like with the World on the Ace of Swords, it could also mean that the chapter is closed. Like if you are the air sign, if you're the air quality that's coming out right now in this reading, it could be that the chapter that's closing or the cycle that's closing in your life has a lot to do, it has a lot to do with heartbreak. It has a lot to do with turning cold. I don't feel like you're going to be cold anymore. I don't feel like there's kind of this opening up that's happening, like your heart chakra. It feels very much like your heart chakra is opening up. Three of Swords, Three of Swords, Two of Wands, the Fool, the Hanged Man, Judgment, and Six of Pentacles with the Hermit and the Seven of Swords. I feel like the decision for you to move on from the heartache that you've been feeling is going to be much easier for you to do. And I think that this month it's going to be kind of like, it's not even going to be about taking a risk with the Fool. It's going to be about feeling really, really good about the decisions that you're making. You're leaving behind whatever pain. Either it was the air sign or the Scorpio, whatever that pain that was caused by this. And I feel like you're looking at what the universe gives you in a different perspective. I feel like you're giving the energy back to looking at it in a better way. I don't feel that the Hanged Man here means that you're stuck. I feel like the universe has been guiding you through looking at things in a different perspective. Because with Judgment and the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is like, where are you placing your energy? Are you giving it to people, places, and things that are giving back to you? Or are you allowing yourself to give away your energy to people that just are going to be using it, right? So, and Judgment is, it's call to action. It's karma. It's time to allow yourself to stop giving away so much energy, and you're looking at that in a different way. This whole Uranus transit is shifting your perspective in ways that you can't even imagine. And as we get through in May, Mercury and Venus will be popping into your sign. Right now it's in Aries. And I mean, like, it's like a really fast transit through Aries and then coming into, so there's going to be, so like, all eyes are literally going to be on you. And every decision that you're going to make is going to be very logical. It's going to be very heart-centered. It's going to allow you to align to what the future that you want. That's what this Uranus transit is doing for you. And popping off with all of these other planets that are coming into Taurus, it's like, allow yourself to let go of the past. Allow yourself to stop fighting for things that are no longer serving you. If that means the home life, and I know that it's easier said than done. I get it. I've been there. I understand. But when the energy is so much in your favor, now is the time to change. Now is the time to shift. And you're going to have this shift again, but it's going to be in 12 months, right? When the sun hits Taurus season again, the sun is conjunct with Uranus again. It's very easy to say that you don't have to fight for people or situations or causes that are not giving back to you. It's very easy to say that. It's very hard to do. And I understand, totally understand that kind of pressure. However, when the universe is cradling you so much, you have so much benefit right now. If you feel either a Virgo has betrayed you, or you feel a little bit guilty towards a Virgo in some way, or it doesn't even have to be a Virgo energy. It could be that it's just time for you to go within. It's time for you, but either, okay, so if there's a Virgo that has betrayed you, I feel like you're going to be moving past that in May. If there's a Virgo energy that you feel you've betrayed and you feel guilty from, I feel like you're going to be moving past that. If there isn't a Virgo involved at all, I feel like you're going to be going inwards. And the reason why you need to do that is because you're feeling supported, right? Ace of Cups. You're feeling like you can be in charge with the Emperor. Mercury and Venus are in Aries right now. I know that I haven't been sleeping very well because when Mercury is in a fire sign, I'm like, because I'm ruled by Mercury, I'm like, my mind is constantly going all the time. But also we're very heart-centered right now we want to, Venus is kind of in its fall when it's in Aries, but it's moving into your sign in the middle of May. So allowing yourself to really get in charge and allowing yourself to, if you have an Aries in your life, there might be a lot of love being given. But the Ace of Cups for me is all about self-love. And I think that you're going to be getting that really big, it's finally time for you to look at people and be like, I've been helping you and I've been guiding you for so long, because that's what Tauruses do. They help and they guide. And I've been doing it for so long that it's time for me to really focus on myself. And I don't want to have to push constantly, right? We do have the Queen of Cups, the Star, the Two of Cups. If you're dealing with a Cancer, the Chariot, and the Ten of Cups, they're giving you a lot of strength right now and a lot of love. Doesn't have to be a Cancer. It could just be a water sign. Maybe it's the Scorpio. The water signs are really, really supportive right now, just all the way around. And But again, the Scorpio, I feel like this Uranus transit for Scorpio is actually going to be a lot more positive than it was for Libra, in all honesty. I mean, that's just the feeling that I'm getting already from all of it. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, or any water sign energy for that matter, things look really, really good. I almost feel like it's a destined thing with the Chariot and the Star. It feels very, very destined. You guys are lit in May. I mean, so lit. And I want you to allow it. I want you to feel the energy and I want you to allow it. And I don't want you to let other people bring you down. And I don't want you to give your own self-critical talk where you're bringing yourself down. Let's be real. That happens, right? You guys, like, something will slip up or something will happen and boom, you're automatically telling yourself what you should have done differently or how much better you should have done in this. Let's not do the woe is me stuff, all right? This is your daily love nudge. If you want this t-shirt, you can go to my website and click the merch shop at the top of the page. You can get this in like a men's t-shirt, a woman's t-shirt. You can get it in a sweatshirt. You can also get it on a coffee mug. There are also other t-shirts there. So go check it out. I love you guys so much. Make sure you're getting your birthday reading special as well. All of that information is in the description box below. Have a wonderful birthday season. I'm so glad that is your season. Like I needed like the earth energy back. So it's very comforting. I love Taurus energy. All right, guys, I'll see you for your love readings in May. Bye.